Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the GameKey podcast. We've actually done 2 weeks in a row now with this one, so we are getting better.
Amazing.
Yeah, we're getting better at things. That's almost consistent. That's almost a schedule. So yeah, I am Daniel, aka Winfield. This is Killian, aka Tux1243. You can catch us on Twitch. Killian's going to say hi now.
Hi now.
Hi now. Hi now. Hi now. I think that's a song, isn't it? Killian is going to also now tell us what he's been playing this week because I have no idea. Wait, he's been playing some idle game. I know that.
I always play idle game. I've played this for like the last 4 weeks straight or more. Melvor Idle. But that's not what I'm talking about. I've played Dark Souls 3. I finished it. I've got all the achievements now. And what did I play? EU4 and Hollow Knight. I started Hollow Knight. And that's it. What have you played this week?
A bit of everything, some Lord of the Rings online on stream. Did some Space Marine 2, not played that for a while, but they had that update. And I also started Hollow Knight. Yeah. That's what I've done this week.
Good game.
Nothing very exciting. But other than that, yeah, we've got a lot to get into. We've got lots of news. Would you like to go first, or would you like me to go first?
I can start. I don't care.
That's the spirit, because I have no idea what this next article is about. So Killian is going to start us. So take it away with our gaming news.
Yeah, we will start with the ZEvent 2025, the French streaming event we've talked about last week, and it was massive, like expected, and it hit over 16 million euros. They've got donated in their 50-hour charity stream, and they've broken records. They were better than the Mr. Beast stream he did a few months ago on Kick. He only got $10 million, so much more from our French stream community, all for good causes.
That's good. Mr. Beast failing.
Yeah,
that's not good, but I've always said he's a dead streamer. He can't keep it up, but yeah, that's pretty good. That's a lot of money, isn't it, for charity? That is a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
Good job, everyone that donated and took part. Next up, it's my turn. Bethesda hints at Starfield's next expansion, Terran Armada Teased. Of course, Bethesda, Starfield, it had a rough launch. It's getting a little bit better with each update. And of course, what was the last expansion? Was it Shattered Space or something? It was something like
that? Yeah, I think so.
Or was that? I don't know. Anyway, that felt like a lead balloon and failed to deliver on what fans wanted, which is more open world exploring, more weapons and that sort of thing. And I think it had a pretty poor story as well. People were saying, however, Bethesda are back teasing what's coming up. And yeah, the latest news is it seems to be official named expansion of Starfield. It will certainly have the tough job of reviving the game. And that's what the article says. Harsh negative feedback for Shattered Space. I was right. It was Shattered Space. So what will the new expansion bring? Well, probably more open world exploring, probably more weapons, hopefully an improved storyline as well. I don't know if Killian's got anything else to add on top of that one. I have no idea about anything.
Me neither. Yes, I've tested Starfield when it released. Luckily, I didn't bought it. I just played it in the Xbox Game Pass, played it for like 2 hours, and then I said, I'm done with that. I like Bethesda games, but not this one. So I'm not into this one as well.
Yeah, and I know
new DLCs.
And I know Starfield has struggled since launch to impress, really, but that's Bethesda for it. They rely on mods. So, yeah, hopefully the new expansion's better, but it is confirmed so far for spring 2026 release. Hopefully it doesn't get delayed.
Yeah.
It will get delayed, probably.
Definitely. Then next we have Rewilders The Lost Spring, a new open world game which meets creature companions. It's a game by the Spanish developer studio Hero Beat, and they're now making a post-apocalyptic adventure game where you follow a fox and her cubs. And it's a colorful open world game with unique mechanics, with Metroidvania style roguelikes, and you collect monsters and you can fight with them and all, but it's not Pale Worlds, so they won't get sued, hopefully. The game was on the Gamescom as well, and was pretty big, and unexpectedly many participants was there, checked out the game, and they liked it a lot. And the game will release on the 18th of August 2025 on Steam.
Yep, and it's available to wishlist now, apparently. Next up, something I do know about because I wrote the article. Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 and Kingdom Hearts 4 director says Square Enix is making progress on both titles. If you're wondering where both games are and the lack of gameplay or lack of trailers or that sort of thing, well, Square Enix are still working on them both. Of course, there's a little bit worried that Kingdom Hearts 4 would not make it, but they've been quietly working behind the scenes. And Kingdom Hearts 4 will, of course, finish the current storyline, which is Sora. And, of course, Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 will be the end of that trilogy, which has just been announced for Switch 2 as well, I believe. But that's exciting, isn't it? Final Fantasy VII Remake trilogy is coming to Switch 2. Square Enix working on everything at the moment. Don't panic, it's coming. They'll see you soon. As for release dates, who knows? Even Square Enix don't know so far. But yeah. Fingers crossed we'll hear more in the coming weeks.
And then we will continue with a bit of Dying Light, the Beast. The new Dying Light game. And it will release in a few days. We start with the second article. Because the game got a new release date. The game should release on the 19th of September but because it hit more than 1 million players who pre-ordered the game and wishlisted it. They changed their release date to the 18th of September, so 1 day early. So you can play earlier Dying Light the Beast, and the game will have 160 variations of biters, 60 variants of the new virals, chimeras, and over 9,103 zombie sounds. Very important numbers. And the game also showed us something new about their combat and their parkour features in their latest gameplay overview called Behind the Beast. And the parkour is enhanced with more realistic jump physics and notably infinite stamina, so you don't have to worry about that. And the game will play in Castor Woods, so not so urban, so not so many houses. You are in the forest, jump across rocks, and not only rooftops, but obviously there will be rooftops as well. Endless parkour to do with many new animations. And there are already over 17 animations just for climbing ledges. So they thought about everything. So you can feel free in your parkouring. And the combat is a bit different. You have your normal form and your beast form, because you're a semi-human being, I would say. You got into some experiments, and you play the main character from the first game again. And he got in some experiments, and now he is zombie and human. So he has this beast form where he is much stronger, hits heavier, but isn't this much controllable, and has his normal form. So pretty different gameplay, but I think it's good for the Dying Light franchise to try something new. And yeah, Dying Light the Beast will release on the 18th of September.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I love Dead Island, the
Looks pretty
Dying
good.
Light series. Yeah. And I'm glad they got rid of the stamina bar as well when they're parkouring.
Yeah, would be annoying. Would be very annoying.
Yeah.
If you imagine you have to stop while running on the rooftops.
Ugh, I hated the
Not
stamina in
good.
Dying Light. I thought it just went too quickly.
Yeah.
But hey, that's part of the game, I suppose. Game length revealed: The Expanse, Osiris Reborn to Revival, Clair, Obscur. If you haven't played Clair Obscur, shame on you. I think it's one of the best RPGs since ever. I think it's incredible. Even Killian thinks so. He's had to hold in a cough.
I've bought it. I've bought it and haven't played it yet, but I've bought it.
See, he's bought it. And now
Yeah.
The Expanse as well. If you don't know what that is, well, it's a fantastic series. Let me tell you. I think it's it's an Amazon series from a book, I think. or series of books. I think I could be wrong, but the Expanse is a phenomenal series, and it's coming as a video game soon, which I'm super looking forward to. And yeah, it's going to be a nice long one. It's going to keep you engaged for plenty of hours. It's going to have lots of things for you to explore, find out as well. Lots of interesting characters. And yeah, there's just so much to look forward to this game, and I am super looking forward to. It's going to last about 20 to 30 hours to complete. And I'd say that's good size for an RPG, I reckon. That's a pretty good size.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
yeah, expect more details hopefully soon. And yeah, I don't think they've released a release date just yet, have they? Maybe.
I don't think so.
No, they've not. They've not released a release date just yet, but it's coming to, of course, PC and consoles some point
Yeah,
next
2026.
year. Yeah, sometimes
2026.
sometimes
Yeah.
next year. So maybe we'll get an exact release date on the Game Awards, maybe.
Yeah.
Which is only a couple of months away. It's crazy how fast this year is going and how quickly Christmas is coming up. But
Don't remind me.
yeah, I'm terrified for it as well. But this is definitely a game you should look forward to and keep an eye on. And like I said, with 20, 30 hours of gameplay, that should satisfy your RPG itch, I think.
Then next we got some crazy news, I would say, about Octopath Traveler 0, the standalone prequel to the series. The game will launch on the 4th of December for PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch consoles. And the game has a city size limitation, which is different depending on your platform. So not only the resolution is different, it's how many town buildings are in the towns maximum. For the Nintendo Switch 2, there are 400 buildings, and for the Nintendo Switch, only 250. And it just depends on your hardware how big the towns are. It's pretty strange. It's a strange feature to add, but yeah. So if you want more buildings, don't play on the Nintendo Switch. Probably play on PC, because then you have 500 buildings maximum. it's a strange approach. But yeah, we have the limitations. It's good that they still make games for the older consoles like PlayStation 4 and the Nintendo Switch. And they have some limitations, but it's still possible to play it. And that's the most important part. But if you want more buildings, don't play on Nintendo Switch.
You know, I've never judged my game quality out of how many buildings I can see. I have
Yeah.
never done that in my life. So yeah, that's exciting. The good news is I can
Yeah.
get up to 500 buildings. That's the good news.
Yeah.
Cool. Is that a new thing now we're doing? That'll be the
Yeah.
next GTA 6 thing. You can see 600 buildings on our map.
Yeah, but
Oh.
only if you have a PlayStation 5 Pro. With a normal PlayStation 5, you can just see 200 buildings.
No, I think it would only matter if you could go in all 500 buildings.
Yeah.
I don't know what game's going to do that first, but you know, it's the only time it would matter to me. Yeah, 500 buildings. Exciting. Time to upgrade from that Switch 1.
Yeah. Because 250 buildings, you can live with that. So less buildings.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. Do better.
Yeah.
Speaking of Switch, do you know what Switch have done or Nintendo have done, Killian?
Lawsuits.
Lawsuits. Something Nintendo love the most, other than redoing platforming games and releasing Mario games, is lawsuits. And they have been given a $2 million settlement against modder hardware ends. So yeah, that concludes marking a major win in its first fight against piracy. Of course, Nintendo were throwing lawsuits about everywhere. They love bringing down channels as well and videos from content creators, which I've never quite understood. I know I spoke about that before on the podcast, but Nintendo are a very bizarre company to me. I don't know why. Yeah, I just never understood why they would stop like Let's Plays or streaming of their games. Bizarre to me. Don't get it. But yeah, they've been awarded $2 million in as a settlement, and this relates to modding. So yeah, again, they're a company that was selling modded hardware for games to pay pirated games on Switch. Of course, something we're all against pirated games, but something that's big in the news at the moment in terms of, you know, DRM and that sort of thing. I don't condone piracy. I mean, I don't think I've done pirated games, let's say, since 2004, 2005, maybe. It's been a long, long
Yeah,
time.
I only had one pirated game,
Hmm.
and it's not really pirated. It was a Stronghold Crusader.
Okay.
I've got it from a friend on the CD then, back at the times, but that's
Yeah,
the only game. I
I
never
couldn't even tell you
pirated
what game it
anything.
was. I think, but I remember it was like crack CDs or something. Don't Google it. But yeah, no, it's been a long time. But I get why people do it. Things are expensive, especially on the Switch with the exclusive games and that sort of thing. It is very difficult. But Nintendo have been awarded a settlement, and this is, like I said, they're trying to clamp down on modded hardware and modding and that things in general. But yeah, big news for Nintendo. Another settlement for them.
Nintendo has new lawsuits.
Shock horror.
Yeah. And let's switch from the Nintendo to PlayStation. Because it's reported that the PlayStation 6 will continue to have a detachable disc option. So there will still be physical discs in the future. The PlayStation 5 had a version with disc and one without disc. And PlayStation 6 will have a detachable disc option as well. So it will still possible to buy discs. I don't know who does this, but it's still possible. I think we talked about it a few weeks ago, weeks, probably months, that we don't need CDs anymore. Nobody on PC has a disc option anymore. I don't know anyone who can use discs. And it's dying, but PlayStation keeps it alive. So the PlayStation 6, if you still like your discs, you can have them. If you buy the option, obviously, costs extra.
Yeah, the only physical games I buy are for the Switch because, well, they don't drop in price if you buy digitally or physically. I buy physical, and it's easier to transport and uninstall and things like that. But yeah, unless you want a massive library of CDs, you want to keep adding to it. No reason, or you want to open your own Blockbuster or something. There's no reason to get CDs, in my opinion.
No.
Next up, we have Ready or Not hits a major milestone. Yes, Ready or Not has hit another one, the controversial FPS, which I haven't played for a few weeks since my computer died, which is very sad. I have got it installed, so I might check it out. What it has done now is it's sold even more copies. I think it's 13 million copies, if I remember rightly from the other day. No, 3 million copies sold on console. That's what it is. They sold 3 million copies on console since launching on September 8th. No, wait. When did it launch?
Oh, good question. Good question. It's a few weeks already.
15th of July. There we go.
Yeah.
July 15th. I knew September 8th wasn't right. That was only a couple of days ago. So it sold 3 million copies on console, and it sold 13 million copies on PC and console combined. So the controversial shooter isn't slowing down, which is good. They're constantly updating it as well. I think they've got more content planned. And yeah, it's even though they did that whole censorship thing and there was a lot of uproar about it on PC, I've got to tell you, I played it a lot since then. I don't find it an issue. It hasn't slowed down. Void Interactive's still selling well. So yeah, good job for them. More milestones being hit.
Yeah, from milestones we go to Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight, the game who broke all the records, Hollow Knight Silksong. And they will make the bosses more easier in their first patch. They will launch next week. Yeah, the first two bosses are too hard to beat, are the words of the community. So, yeah, they haven't played enough Dark Souls. You have to grind and win. It's not that hard. But yeah, it's too hard for the big variety of players because not only hardcore gamers play Hollow Knight Silksong. The game has so many players and not all of them are pros. So apparently they want to make the first two bosses easier to get into the game. And also they will fix many bugs and things like that in their first big patch. And it will release next week for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. There's no date yet, but it's confirmed the first two bosses will be easier. So if you want to beat them hard, do it this week.
Yeah.
If you don't want easy mode.
Yeah, noobs.
I'm so happy that I don't have to do this article, the next one.
Oh, Wolfenstein 2. I think you'd get banned. Yeah. You know, I messaged the chat. You saw it, didn't I? Can I talk about Hitler? but I never mentioned his penis in it.
Yeah.
I was like, whatever, I'll throw it out there. Who cares? So yeah, something that our German friend Killian can't talk about, but I am allowed to try and stop me stammer. I'll probably be in prison next week. Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus devs wanted to add Hitler's penis into the game. Yep, you heard that right. Wolfenstein 2, and of course Wolfenstein in general, the series is known for its controversies and ridiculous gameplay and that sort of thing, and storylines. And if you haven't played Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus, basically Hitler is casting a film, because why would he not be? And the player character goes in as an undercover actor, and then you see Hitler throwing up and pissing in a bucket and that sort of thing. And they wanted to have his penis in there as well, as kind of a bit of a humorous moment. But Bethesda were like, do you know what? Might not be a good idea. Don't put it in. So they backed off, didn't put it in, and they overall think it was the best idea not to put it in. But yeah, we could have seen Hitler's penis in Wolfenstein 2. And if you haven't played the game, there is a ridiculous scene with Hitler, like I said. So there's still a reason to jump in and play it after all these years you haven't already. Yeah, Killian is safe now. He hasn't been cancelled.
Yeah, I didn't have to mention Hitler's penis. Oh no, I did. Missed.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Just switch the topic and let's go to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Because they launched the Legacy of the Forge DLC for all platforms. It's a DLC primary about smithing. If you want to become a blacksmith, even more than already in the game, just check out the new DLC. You go back to your roots like your father and you start your smithing career, build on your skills, you create weapons and armors for customers, local customers, and some far away. And while this, you uncover the hidden past of your father. Henry will have access to new daily quests and a steady income of cash from the fort. Players will also build upon their home with over 100 million different customization combinations for their forge and its surroundings. So, if you like being a blacksmith, this is definitely the DLC for you, and it's out now for all platforms.
Dead Island 3 has been teased by Dambuster Studios as Dead Island 2 celebrates 20 million players. Dead Island 2 got off to a slow start, I think. Overall, of course, it was an Epic Games exclusive, which would have, I'm sure, hurt its sales to some degree. Launched on Steam a year later, and it's now hit 20 million players, and that's pretty good because I'm a big fan, as I was talking about earlier, about the Dead Island series. And Dambuster Studios has teased Dead Island 3. They did it in a community post celebrating their huge milestone for Dead Island 2, saying basically their story isn't over yet and the next outbreak is already brewing. So while not officially confirming Dead Island 3, it's definitely hinted. And we still don't know any release date or anything like that. But it's likely that Dead Island 3 will add a new map, as Dead Island 1 and Dead Island 2 feature different characters, different map, different enemy types as well. So yeah, expect more gore, blood, that sort of thing, but in a new location. We're moving away from LA. That's the one where it's called. Woof, that is a thing to say. Moving away from LA to somewhere new. Super exciting. Hopefully Europe. That'd be good.
As long as you don't have to see Hitler's penis there, then everything all right.
Disagree, Killian.
Zombie Hitler.
Disagree.
Zombie Hitler.
Zombie Hitler with his penis out. That's what we want to see. That's what I want to see.
Okay, I will remember that. I will write it down. But before I do that, we will talk about indie developer Kippy Interactive, who has announced Thunderbounce, a co-op top-down twin-stick shooter for PC. There's no release date yet for the game, but you can wishlist it on Steam. It's a fast-paced, action-packed roguelike with a big co-op focus. You have to play in pairs, alone with an AI companion, or better with friends, either online or in couch co-op mode. As a duo, you will get sync perks, cover each other's backs, and push forward together despite overwhelming odds. So you have to fight massive waves of enemies, and you are only two, but You can do that. I believe in you. Each one in the game is totally different, and the enemies spawn procedurally generated. They drop different loot, different perks, which will make you stronger in every run. And you can purchase new gear during the climb, or you can craft it. And this allows many different playstyles as you like it. And there's no release date yet for the game, but you can wishlist it right now.
Looks good. And Pacific Drive, the first-person driving post-apocalyptic survival game, has a DLC, and new secrets await. So what is Pacific Drive? Like I said, it's a survival crafting game where you do a little bit of exploring, discover some secrets as well. It's a little bit more chill than some. It's just driving around in your car, taking in the surroundings and the end of the world. But they have just announced a new DLC for it. So yeah, there's going to be lots more to come. The DLC is called Whispers in the Woods, and basically, yeah, that's it. They've already given us is a slated release by the end of 2025, which is a shame. So no exact release date just yet, but it did release a new gameplay trailer. It's going to feature an all-new story lasting 8 to 12 hours. It's got a new addition of powerful artifacts that can change the world around you. And of course, there's new features like a new garage, route modifiers, and lots of cosmetic items to come. But like I said, it will be out by the end of the year, hopefully if there's no delay. So expect to hear more about this as well in the next coming weeks. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Another game I keep meaning to pick it up.
Yeah, but one game we have a release date for is the Football Manager 26. A game Daniel is already waiting for.
Already pre-ordered it? Already pre-ordered it? Already.
Like expected. And the game will release on the 4th of November for PC and consoles. So PS5, Xbox Series, and Xbox One. No PlayStation 4. And will be available on PC, on Steam, Epic Games Store, Microsoft Store. Whoever purchases a game there is a weirdo. And it will be in the Game Pass as well. And it will release 1 month later on the 4th of December for the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, that's it. We already talked about the game last week.
Honestly, yeah. I'm so excited.
I know.
Can't wait.
New football simulator Daniel is already waiting.
Oh, I love my spreadsheets. Looking at player stats. I love it. Get me it.
He only needs this 2D view, no 3D, but it has 3D, the game. You have both. See the field or just your sheets, like Daniel likes it.
Yeah, forget a 3D match engine. Pff, forget that.
Who needs that?
He wants realism.
Yeah.
And another game, obviously, you know I love, absolutely love, Space Marine 2 patch 10.1. I was speaking about it earlier in the intro. They did release this new patch, and what this patch does is, well, they introduced an all-new helmet, one that has no decorations on it. My God, I can hear thunder and lightning outside my window.
Amazing.
Hopefully that doesn't pick up on the mic, because oh my God, that is loud. But yeah,
nope,
Space Marine 2. Yeah, Space Marine 2, they have a helmet. So if you've ever wanted to go into battle without showing your colors or anything like that, you can. But yeah, this patch was dedicated to having nothing on your armor. I guess that's a customization option. Of course, it did do a few bug fixes as well. Increased rewards for stratagems, the new game mode, which I've tried as well. Super hard, by the way. Don't recommend going in with that, with randoms. But yeah, if you're bored of representing the Emperor, blasphemy, heresy, you can now do it thanks to patch 10.1. And they'll also be introducing a new helmet as well in a future patch as well, a different variant of it. So jump back in, Marine.
The next, we get a new extraction shooter. We already said it multiple times, we don't have enough extraction shooters by now. And this one is called Active Matter, and it's from the War Thunder creators, Gaijin. Yeah, it's like all the other games. It has PvPvE. So you go into the world, find more loot, fight and survive and extract at the end. There are also a PvE only and a PvP mode. And the world is a bit different because of the active matter which is there. So there are many anomalies. In many cases, you can walk on walls, walk on the roof. Everything is curved and cursed as well. And there are many different loadouts and weapons and anything like that. There are 60 different weapon types, weapons, not weapon types, like pistols, assault rifles, sniper rifles, machine guns, and obviously there are knives and backpacks and everything you know from all these realistic extraction shooters. They're all pretty much the same. This one, it's the new active matter material thing where everything is on the roof and on the walls and you can walk on the roof. It's pretty strange to play, I expect. There's a PC version available right now at the Gaijin store, not on Steam or anything, so you have to buy it separately. But it will come to Steam, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series in 2026. So if you don't want to get it now, get it later. Play it on Steam.
Yeah, one to keep an eye on. I do like War Thunder. I like the developer. They've done some good stuff with that.
Yeah.
It's always pay to win models and things, but you expect to have live service games anyway. But yeah, it looks like Inception made into an FPS.
Yeah, pretty much.
Quite trippy. Wow, that was loud. Did you hear that?
Nope, I didn't hear anything.
Wow, the thunder is mad. Okay, so Far Cry Ubisoft CEO reveals plans to push multiplayer in future games. Yes, if you've ever thought your Far Cry needed more PvP, more co-op experience as well, Ubisoft want that too. They're going to try and push it in future titles. We don't know what that means exactly. More likely, we'll introduce more modes, maybe more seasonal content, that sort of thing, maybe a more focused battle pass. Who knows? It could mean anything. Ubisoft, they're very unpredictable at the moment. You know, 1 minute they're going under, the next they're releasing a good game in Assassin's Creed Shadows. You know, you just don't know what they're going to do. The one thing I know for sure with the next Far Cry game, though, is that it will probably be delayed, even though it's not been announced yet. And yeah, it's all up in the air, but I'm not going to try and pronounce his name because why would I? Ubisoft CEO says that they want more single player driven content, being immersive and engaging, while also making sure that there's enough co-op in there or PvP to keep players engaged for a longer time. Because I think what they've noticed is that players are sticking with Far Cry for long periods of time once they finished it. So they want players going back and playing it over and over again and presumably throwing more money into the microtransactions. That would be my guess. So, yeah. Fancy some PvP in Far Cry, Killian?
I don't know if I want PvP there. I just played Fallout. Far Cry. Was it Far Cry 5 with the church guy?
Oh, no, mate. You played it, not me.
Yeah, I played it and I didn't need PvP. It was fun to play. I played like 20 hours or so. So it was good for me. And it was fun. But I don't think PvP would be necessary there. A good co-op is everything that matters.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's okay. If it's an optional thing, then multiplayer isn't a bad thing at all.
I imagine they're going to, like I said, I imagine they're going to push hard on the battle pass and microtransactions, aiming towards multiplayer content. That would be my guess.
No. We will see. The next, Hollow Knight Silksong again, and there is a multiplayer mod already. We all know our modders, and Hollow Knight has no DRM or anything, so it's pretty easy to mod and do everything you want with it. And the modders from 233 XVX 233 made a multiplayer mod for the game. But you need the original Steam version of the game, so you can't take a pirated game for this. But everyone who heard about it, even the pirate subreddit said we don't want to pirate Silksong because it's a good price. So it's one of the least pirated games this year. And yeah, there's a new mod which allows you to play the game together with a friend as a co-op or in PvP. There's already a PvP thing as well. So whatever you want to do, you can play it with friends now.
Alabaster Dawn demo drops next week, and that will give a first look at combat, bosses, and more. If you don't know what Alabaster Dawn is, well, it's an action RPG adventure game in development from the team of Radical Fish Games, a German indie development studio. So Killing probably knows them very, very well. They create Crosscode, which I've not played, but I've heard of. And following the trailer from 19th to July 2025 and their appearance at Gamescom, the team has announced that you'll be able to download the demo from next week and try it out. It will launch on Thursday, September the 18th at 6 a.m. PT, 9 a.m. ET, or 3 p.m. Central European Summer Time, which is 2 p.m. in the UK. And they've released a short trailer as well, which is only 10 seconds long. The demo will feature 1.5 to 2.5 hours of content and will offer 2 melee, 2 ranged weapons, each with its own skill tree and combos. Be able to go up against 9 different enemy types and 4 bosses. Doing 4 bosses in 2.5 hours is actually quite a lot of bosses, personally. I think that's quite good. So you're going to get a good idea of how the game's going to play, whether it's going to suit you or not. But yeah, before you drop money on it, check out the demo from next Thursday.
And that's it. We are done with the gaming news.
Honestly, the thunder is mad outside. It's really crazy. It's so loud. I can't believe you're not hearing it. But yeah, that is all the gaming news. One thing I would say going back is there's not enough Hitler's penis in games. I need to see it at all times. I might make a screenshot from my desktop. Because why not? Anything you want to add on the gaming news before we go on to the games releasing next week? The exciting stuff.
For the gaming news, only Hitler's penis. It's on.
It's on our
It
mind
stands out
24/7.
Yeah, it stands out the most.
Yeah. What a whopper. Right. First up, games releasing next week.
Yeah, and we start with No, I'm not a human. What have you thought? I'm not a human, I'm a ghost. It's a single player horror game. I haven't checked the game out before. That wasn't the smartest one, but you
I can
lock
break it
your
down for
doors.
you if you want. Do you
Yeah,
want me to
do it.
I'll break it down.
Do it.
So basically, you're inside your own house, and neighbors will come by, or people, strangers outside will come by, knock on your door. You choose to let them in or not. And every time you turn someone away or let someone in, the game will change depending on your choices. Some of them might be monsters. Some of them might be absolutely freakish. But others will try and help you out. So yeah, it all depends on who you let in and who you don't let in. You know, who you will letting die at the end times. That's essentially what the game's about. An interesting looking one, and it's coming out on the
Definitely.
September the 15th for PC.
Yes.
For PC. So that's just 2 days away from today.
So you can check if they're humans and maybe survive if you let the good ones in only. And then we go on with Arena Breakout Infinite, a new high-stakes tactical extraction shooter.
Whoa, an extraction shooter? Tell me more.
Yeah, we don't have enough. Yeah, and in this one, every decision matters.
Oh,
You
really?
can fight, loot, and extract, or lose it all if you die. The game offers stunning, realistic visuals, lifelike sounds, and unforgiving PvPvE combat. Yeah, it's a new extraction shooter. I don't think there's very much to add. But I think the game is free to play. Is it free to play? I'm not sure.
It doesn't say, does it?
Where was? It doesn't say it now. I will check it out.
While you do that, it does look realistic, and I was thinking to myself, oh, that does look like a realistic extraction shooter. But then there are realistic extraction shooters, pretty much all of them.
Yeah, and it's free to play.
Oh, and it's free to play. There you go. So it's worth trying out anyway. Just expect a lot of cheaters if it's free to play.
Definitely.
But yeah, this launches on the September 16th for PC. Yeah. That brings us on to Skate, which is launching for PC on early access. If you remember the Skate franchise or the Tony Hawk's games, but you know what you're going to get. It's a nice open world for it to explore on a skateboard. You're going to be able to do kick flips, ollies, that sort of thing. And that is the breadth of my skating knowledge. I don't know any more names or anything like that. But it's going to be improved controls, which they've named Flick It controls, rich physics-based skateboarding, and the freedom of off-board exploration in the multiplayer world of San Fansterdam, which I'm assuming is a made-up world. And you will be able to play together with friends in an ever-evolving city. You can also place your own obstacles and things like that to do tricks on or off. So yeah, you can place them in real time, I think, as well, the creative modes. So there's a lot of reasons to be excited for this one. The only downside I can see really is that EA's publishing it and they like to ruin things. But we'll see how it goes. It is going to launch in early access. Keep an eye on it. It's coming on the 16th of September as well.
The next we have Town to City. In this game, you build an idyllic 19th century Mediterranean town and help it flourish into a prosperous city. In the game, you can freely place the buildings and customize each element and can create the perfect town as you like it. It's a cozy city builder, so you don't have to stress or anything. It's in a voxel look, so the blocky thing like a Minecraft, but much smaller. And the game offers a full campaign and a sandbox mode. It's truly gridless, so you can place it anywhere you want. You have the town and citizens you can manage, rich customization, research trees, photo mode, and a relaxing soundtrack, which is always important for cozy games, so you can lay back, enjoy the music, and build your town. The game will release on the 16th of September for PC, and you can check out a demo for free right now.
I got that one. Next up, we have Voyages of Nera. I think I pronounced that right. This is a cooperative survival crafting game. Again, we don't have enough of those. This is also coming out on September the 16th on PC. It will launch in early access, and you'll be able to play with up to 9 friends. So there's 10 of you that can play it together to build beautiful villages and surf across the waves. What more do you need from your life? You can be a Australian. So you're going to be awakening lost spirits that are scattered throughout the world. So there's lots of exploration in there. Like I said, lots of crafting. There'll be things to fight, I'm sure. Secrets to discover, friendships to break. Lots of super exciting things. And of course, you can build the ultimate island base, because everyone knows in these games you need to build a base. Mine are usually just wooden huts, and they fall apart at the slightest touch. But hey, I don't have friends to play with, but if you do, you're probably going to love this one. Like I said, it's coming on September the 16th in early access.
Then next we have Dying Light the Beast. You already talked about the game. You play as Kyle Crane again now with the full name, who you know from the first game. And yeah, he is zombie and human both in one, and you have to kill zombies to parkour. And it's a Dying Light game, and it looks amazing. And the game released for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series on the 18th of September.
Yeah, I am looking forward to it. Next up, we have Ratatan. Ratatan is a rhythm roguelike action game that combines rhythm games and side-scrolling action with online co-op gameplay supporting up to 4 players. Yes, in battles featuring over 100 characters, you'll be able to feel the beats, hit buttons in rhythm, take on bosses as well, and rack up them high scores, I'm sure. It's all about the combination. It's got a fun 2D animation, which I think is quite nice, to be honest with you. It's nice, fast-paced gameplay as well. Some lively stuff going on in there. And how the game unfolds is you basically control ratatans with a drum. You give them orders by beating it in rhythm and that sort of thing, because they can't move or fight without your help. Yeah, there's quite an interesting one. It's not one of those where you just, there's a bit more strategy to this one. And this one will be launching on the 18th of September as well on PC. And that's also coming to early access.
then we have one more game, which is coming to early access on the 18th of September for PC. And it's Goblin Cleanup. It's a co-op cleaning game where you have to clean and rearrange a dungeon before the next adventurers come to complete it again. I've tested the demo version of the game and it's amazing. You get to the dungeon, there are many traps, some aren't disarmed, and if you die, you have more to clean up, so better not die. You have to remove all the loot with mimics. You take slimes to make away the blood from the ground. It's just funny to play. And it feels pretty good to clean it up and make it look good again. Yeah, and the game releases on the 18th of September.
Like a crime scene cleanup, but in a dungeon.
Yeah.
That moves us on to Jump Space, another game coming to early access. This time on September 19th. It will launch for PC, PS5, and Xbox eventually, but for now it's going into early access. And Jump Ship's all about manning your ship with friends. It does have co-op in there as well. You're going to explore massive galaxy, and you can seamlessly transition from your ship to space, like spacewalking, that sort of thing. So yeah, it's all about when you go back to your ship, how you fit it out with your weapons, keeping it running, because you're going to have to repair it through battles. And like I said, there's some FPS action in there as well. So yeah, there's this one looks like an interesting one. It reminds me a bit of Guns of Icarus, but a bit more sci-fi. Again, if you've got friends to play with, it's probably an exciting one to keep an eye on. It's got co-op PvE for up to 4 players. And yeah, like I said, this one's launching on September 19th in early access.
And the last game for today is Trials in the Sky First Chapter. This game reimagines the first chapter of the beloved series, infusing it with enhanced visuals and refined gameplay. You join Estelle and Joshua, partners bound by fate, as they unravel dark conspiracies threatening the peace of the Liber Kingdom. So you go through the world and you are a member of a renowned peacekeeping guild and you want to climb the ranks there, so you have to bring peace. And we all know it, bringing peace often includes fighting to make peace. It's a captivating
Says the
world.
German. Yeah, it says the German.
And you have countless hours of adventures across. You have a storyline, like in most games, but it's a good one. And it has modern gameplay mechanics, like seamless gameplay with the choice of traditional turn-based combat or all-new real-time action combat, whatever suits your style of adventure. New voiceovers in English and Japanese, and better graphics. The game will release on the 19th of September for PC, Switch 2, and PlayStation 5.
Wow, and that's all the games coming out, is it?
Yeah, that's it.
Wow, that was quite a lot of information there, Killian.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's everything. I think we've done quite a good job getting through the gaming news, and of course, what's coming on next week. So keep an eye on whatever you've seen, and let us know if they're any good. Killian, I'll give you the last words as usual. Do you have anything else to add before we go?
Yeah, I just want to remind everyone that you need to see Hitler's zombie penis. Yeah, that's it. Bye.
Bye-bye.